Hello. I want to first start off by giving honor to God, the Most High. I want to give honor to the pastor of the house.
Amen. Bless you.
Give honor to the minister right here and the brother here. As they did in the old times, greetings and salutations. As a black man, I find myself a radical amongst thinkers. A lot of people, I feel like I hear a lot of cliche things when dealing with racism and being a black man and the struggle. And to me, it just sounds like people keep repeating what they've heard from other people, you know? And even when you have your own experiences, you related to things that you heard, you know, like you get harassed by the police and you equate it to the civil rights movement. And I look at it in a totally different way. I think that, oh man, I'm gonna get somebody in trouble today. Go. I believe that we didn't ask to be here. But now that we're here, we have this idea of conforming into the system. You know, I give much honor and respect to Dr. Martin Luther King. What he did at his time was incredible, and Malcolm X. But he believed in conformity without one's identity. And so we as black people, we don't know who we are, but we're fighting to join into a system. And when you do that, what you do is you merge with them, but they don't want us. Everything that we seem to do in progress as black men seems to be to meld in their melting pot. You know? We grow our dependence in a system that's created to destroy us. Even the Declaration of Independence was not meant to help us. Just God is a miracle worker. You know, everything about this country, you know, the great people, you know, Benjamin Franklin is a historical figure that I respect greatly, but even he had slaves. And at some point, he realized that he was wrong, but it was an everyday thing. It was like, we were like house cats, mules, you know? And our answer is always conformity. I don't get that. You know? You know what? They beat up, shoot, and kill a black person. So what do? We let them tell us the way we're gonna fight back. Give us the regulations, how and to, when and where to react, and tell us how to feel about it. And then what we do is we do it. We conform, and then when people don't conform, we disrespect them.
Become outcasts.
Yeah. So they beat down, kill one of our black men, and they say, well, go out there and peaceful protest. And we go out there and we peaceful protest, even though the last 10 times, the last 20 times, there have been no fruit from a peaceful protest. And so we go out there and we peacefully protest until our legs get tired, and then they react non-peaceably. They react with violence, tear gas, the shields, riot shields. Then people get fed up and fight back.
That's right. Every day, yeah.
And you know what we do? We say, well, we do understand that an injustice happened, but I do not support any violence. Look, when you sign up for war, sign up as a military person, when you sign up in our military, you sign up for violence. But because it's for their country, we're okay with it. When we looked on TV in the 21st century, When have we seen people liberated? When have we seen people go against an oppressive government and succeeded? Egypt. Didn't they rally against the government there? And they fought.
Amen.
They didn't peacefully march back and forth. You know, marching was good. I don't knock it. But I think that in order to have a goal met, you need to set lines from the start to the success of the goal. And it takes steps. It takes step A, B, C. We're stuck on A. We're stuck on our peaceful protest. What do we do after that?
That's right.
And when these young men got killed, after the peaceful protest, guess what we did? We went home because we didn't know what to do after that. So what's step B? What's step C? What's step D? We have all of these great ideas, but what do we do with them? Like the problem is because the problem that we have is we were blessed to break free of the chains of bondage, of slavery, but we didn't know who we are, and the only people we could identify with was our masters. And from then to now, that's all we've been trying to do. You know, when God told Moses to go and free my people, he didn't say, go and tell Pharaoh that my people are going to be equal with the rest of the Egyptians, and that you're going to draw up a sheet of paper to say that you guys are now all equal, and you guys are going to coexist in the same. No, he said, go and get my people out of the land.
That's right. That's what he said. That's what he said. Amen. That's what he said.
You know why every time we think we take a step forward in this society, and the powers that be knock us right back, and we're surprised that we're in the exact same position? Do you know why? Because we are dependent on them. And when you're dependent on someone, it's their choice rather to lift you up and put you down. And as a black man, I don't understand why a black man would lift. I mean, a supremacist, or those that, you know, run this land. Why would they ever? And I'm gonna just say it. It's usually very privileged white people. Why would a very privileged white person lift you up in this society, sir? Genetically, you're known to be physically stronger.
Yeah.
You're born with a higher level of intelligence. Your melanin proves that your ancestry rose deeper. Why would I want to, if I was a privileged Caucasian male that run this country, why would I want to compete with you?
Right, exactly.
Why would I want to? The fact that they give us any type of rights, like, I don't blame the white man, and I don't blame anybody else. This is the only country where a group of people identified their enemy. This is gonna sound crazy, but I'm gonna just tell you. Asked me how I felt. This is the only country where a group of people identified their enemy, said that they're superior, and kept delegating with us the way they do. Like when the Romans ran into the Greeks, they said, "Uh-oh, they're trouble," and they suppressed them and they killed them and tried to wipe them out. When the white man ran into the Indians, suppressed them, tried to wipe them out. This dance that the white man does with the black man confuses me, because if my family's success depended on you being down, I would put you down. When they act violent towards us, that's the only time it makes sense to me. It's the only time it makes sense to me. If you have the power and the control to elevate yourself and lower someone else, why would you compete with them on an equal level? I'm not saying that they should act wickedly or whatever, but what I'm trying to point out is that we're dependent on the people who prosper if they treat us unfairly. And so in closing on that note, what I believe is that we have to grow independence. You know, if we can't learn from any black people in history, let's learn from the white people in history. When the people in Britain, they wanted independence for, you know, so that they can, you know, worship or do whatever they want to do. Whatever. When they decided to build America, they got out of the land. They started their own land. They started with agriculture, and they built up from there. And they used the resources of all the people that would help them, and those that wouldn't, they stated their independence from them. And they fought for that. And I know what most of y'all are thinking, they would wipe us out. And what I think is that I heard a poet say, I'd rather be a lion for a day than a lamb that lives forever. So, that's my opinion on that.
Amen.
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 Amen.